Okay, part two. I'm not sure when we stopped recording, so I'm just going to review for a second. We've outlined here our S3XL, stack of 3 extra large. Okay, I love to talk about the 7L diagram. We've outlined the stack of 3 extra large. Now that came about from putting 4 of these together. The stack of 2 long right here, the rectangular, and then the one that's stack of 3 short is right here, and then I added the 7th and the 4th to make it a mini 7L. You see the 7L? There's a 7, and there's an L. Okay, so it's like a mini 7L. Okay. Now, this is the big 7L, right? Here's the big 7. Here's the top of the 7 is the S2L, and the stem of the 7 is the whole stack of 3 short there. So it's like a big fat 7. You know, it's shaped like this. I gotta get a different color. Let's do some orange. Okay. So the 7 is shaped like this. And the L, same thing. You got the stack of longs, but then it's a big fat stem like that. So this part, and then I add the 7th and the 3rd to it. Okay, like that. Oh wait, not that last one I made. It would be down here. It would be the 4th, 7th, and the 4th. Sorry. And this would be the 7th down here. It'd be like the 3rd guy down there. Okay, this is an S2L down here, and up here you get this. Let's see, where are we? 7. The 4th would be over here. Okay, something like that. So that's, where did these guys come from? Where did this rectangular guy come from, and where did this square one with the 2 tabs sticking out come from? They came from the pentatonic scales of the cage chord system. All right, so if you got a C here, all right, and you want to play a pentatonic scale, it goes something like, okay. Let's talk about the first 5 strings, because the top string is just a duplicate. Whenever you're in doubt, because a lot of times you're going to be starting the pattern over again from the top string anyway, just dupe the bottom string. Here's your stack of 2 long. Okay, can you see it? And then the stack of 3 short. 1, 2, and then the tuning warp 3. And I'll tell you something interesting. Starting that stack of 3 short on the purple note, I can start it down here. Now use your ears. Does that sound the same? But it's not played the same, see? Because there's a tuning warp up here. It means you have to play a half step up for the top 2 strings. Okay, so that is the pentatonic of C. All right, now we can do this thing 2 ways. We can stay in the key of C. So cage, there's the C in the cage. Then we go to the A-shaped C. See, here's an A. That was amazing, wasn't it? So this is the A-shaped C. Now again, we're going to have the same 2 shapes making the pentatonic. It's going to start on this. What is that? Guess what? Here's the 5 and here's the 6th. Okay, we're starting actually on these notes. It's missing the 2 and the 3 because that's below the fretboard. Okay, so it's blank, blank, 5, 6, root 2. So that's the top 2/3 of a stack of 3 short. And then it goes into a full S3, S2L right here. And then we go into a new stack of 3 short that's warped over. Both of them are warped over. Now this part starts on the E note. If we start that E note down here, what do we get? Okay? But then I don't have to warp, so it's going to be justified to the left. Can you see that when I play it? And then that's justified to the right. So one's justified to the left, one's justified to the right. Now that's interesting, because with the warp we're only talking about a difference between one note, 1/2 step here. But if you've got an S3L right here, an S2L, I keep saying S3L, and on top of that you want to stack a new one of these guys. So here's one on the bottom right here. Let's change colors so we can see what we're doing this time. Okay, that color. So say we got this S2L right down here. Okay, and we want to put a stack of 3 short on top of it. It's got to be left justified. Okay, by the intervals. R going to, this is a whole step. Here's a 4th. Okay, which is a major third and a major third. Well, it's a minor third and a whole step. Okay, here's a perfect third. Here's a minor third. Here's a whole step. So just by the way it stacks up, by the intervals between 2 strings, it has to be left justified. But let's say this right here was the tuning warp, and there was don't worry about this. Say this didn't exist, no string, no sound. Okay, so now this is string 6 and this is string 5. Okay, and this is string 4 down here. If that's the case and the warp had to be warped here, all right, you do the S to L, and then you'd have to let me see if I can do this. We'll go to cursor mode. Okay, you'd have to take this guy here. It would have to be warped over. So really the whole thing has to be warped at that time. I'll just hurry up and we'll right there. That's what it'll look like. Okay, so we do. Let's go. Let's lock that in. And now we got. Here's our S2L, and now it's no longer left justified. Okay, but look at this. Look at this interval. That normal interval would be a minor third, except for one thing. This string has been down-tuned. Is down-tuned one half step. It's the one that goes. Okay, instead of